Well, hello everyone. This is Mr. Smith, and I'm here with someone very special. And this is my daughter.
I'm Rosie.
And we are recording this podcast for you inside the Mighty Quinn, which is our camper van. And we're on the South Island in New Zealand, having been last week touring around the North Island, which we're going to talk about today. And we're going to give you some photographs to whet your appetite about New Zealand. Well, the first thing to say about New Zealand is it's the home of the Maoris.
The Maoris are like the indigenous people of New Zealand.
Yeah, no, you made a mistake there because you're actually working in Australia right now, and you came to New Zealand as a visitor. And the indigenous people, the people who were originally here in New Zealand, are Maoris, and in Australia they're called
Aboriginals.
So, when we first came here, we went to a Maori village. What was it like?
It was really good. It was warm because it's geothermal. So there's geysers and hot pools, and the people were really nice, really friendly. And we went to see a show that they put on where they did the haka, which, if you've ever watched rugby, New Zealand team do it at the start of the game, and they slap their legs a lot and make this funny noise.
And they put their tongues out and roll their eyes.
And Dad, Mr. Smith is going to make the noise for you just now.
Huh!
Like that.
Oh, right. Well, something, yeah. Huh!
Yeah.
And they slapped their thighs and all that kind of stuff. So it was all very good. And there was lots of bubbling mud as well, wasn't there?
Yeah.
But there was one thing that was quite strange about it. It smelled a lot.
It smelled like sulphur, which smells like rotten eggs.
And we also had some food which was cooked in a special way, wasn't it?
Yeah, so the Maori cook their food in the ground because the ground is so warm that it cooks it within hours.
So it was really good. So we had something to eat at lunchtime which had been cooked in the ground, which was quite different.
Yeah.
But in addition to driving around New Zealand in the Mighty Quinn, and the reason it's called the Mighty Quinn is because...
Oh, because it's a Bob Dylan song.
Come on without, come on within. You've not seen nothing like the Mighty Quinn. So let's talk about walks. We've been on a few walks. What's been your favourite so far?
We walked up a volcano, which is where they filmed part of Lord of the Rings. So if any of you have seen it, you're probably too young. But Mount Doom was filmed where we walked.
And here are some photographs showing how high it was. It was also very sunny, wasn't it?
Yeah, so Mr. Smith's feet got a bit sunburnt. We were a bit red when we came off the mountain that day.
And it was really surprising because it was very cloudy as we were climbing. You wouldn't have thought you could get sunburn, but my feet were. But having gone to the very top of mountains, we also went somewhere underneath.
Yeah, so we visited these caves called Watimo Caves. And if you go down, you can imagine it's really, really dark and full of limestone. It's like this certain type of rock. Anyway, glowworms love to sit on the rock.
And they glow in the dark.
And
they have little strings to lie down beneath them that catch insects and this kind of stuff. And Rosie thought that limestone was made of...
limes.
And it's not. It's made of all sorts of...
It's made of iron and calcium and CO2 and H2O.
And crushed
shells and fossils. Made of lots of things, but not limes.
But we've also been doing a lot of driving around New Zealand in the camper van. And we've been living in the camper van, which has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been good. So we've got a portable stove, which means we can cook meals outside the camper van. Or if it's rainy, which has been a couple of nights, we can cook inside the camper van. Mr. Smith's got a pull-down bed, so he's got a double bed with a kind of semi-mattress looking type thing. And I've got a hammock which sleeps above him, kind of like a bunk bed. And yeah, so it's been fun, cosy, snug.
But we've also been, when we've been driving around New Zealand, we made a little film that you filmed, didn't we?
Yeah.
How did you film it?
So it was filmed on a GoPro on the dashboard. So you just put the GoPro up to the dashboard and it looks like you're filming the road. And
then we speeded it up and it made it look like we were going like crazy people. But we weren't really. So what are the things that you've enjoyed most about New Zealand so far?
I've liked seeing all the caves and we did some kayaking on a river, which was really good fun, and climbing the volcano was good. I like Kiwis, which are the name of the people who live in New Zealand. They're very friendly, and I was going to say the weather, but the weather's been a bit rubbish, hasn't it, really? For the past couple of days, it's been very, very cloudy, a bit like Scotland. A bit rainy and damp, but hopefully it'll get better.
Okay, but we're going to record something next week to give them another little taste of what happened when our adventures on the South Island. But could we just give them a little bit of a taster of what we're going to be talking about next week in the podcast?
Okay, so next week we will be finishing up in South Island. So we will hopefully have seen 2 different types of glaciers. The Franz Josef Glacier and Fox Glacier. Milford Sound, which is this sort of bay area. Queenstown, which is a town within Southern Ireland. And Dunedin, which is a Scottish town, but in New Zealand.
And there is one other thing which you can promise them, which is a shark.
Yeah.
You'll definitely get to see Rosie photographing a shark next week. Okay, something to look forward to. So I hope these pictures have given you some idea of what we've been up to in our jaunt around New Zealand so far. We've got another week down under to play around, and we'll get back to you shortly. Okay, bye.
Bye.